Automation today is far more than simply loading and unloading machines. WFL positions itself as a solution provider for turnkey production systems, with the clear goal of increasing productivity, simplifying processes, and enabling efficient 24/7 manufacturing. The focus is always on customized turnkey concepts tailored precisely to customer requirements. Let's talk about it with Manfred Fahrion. Manfred, please briefly introduce yourself and explain your role in turnkey projects at WFL.
Thank you very much to be here today. My name is Manfred Fahrion. I'm the Director of Turnkey Systems at WFL, and I'm basically working for the turnkey team to come up with slicky and cool solutions with the WFL machines, but also for non-WFL machines. So the automation is good for all types of machines.
What role does automation play in modern manufacturing today, and why has it become essential for WFL customers?
See, the issue is today that a lot of companies will not be able to find people for the night shifts and for the weekends, and this is basically where the automation comes to play. And depending on the customer needs, we have all kinds of different solutions we can provide. It's not a standard product; it's more customized solution.
WFL sees itself today as a solutions provider. What does this transformation mean in practice for your customers?
There are basically different levels we can provide as WFL. It's a machine without technology. Then it's the machine with the technology, with the right tools and the programs. And the next step is a fully automated system, which would be with a robot or with a gantry. And this is what we basically call a turnkey system. So the customer gets a machine with the logistics for the parts and tools. So within the automation, we also have different levels we can provide, from a basic automation solution, as you basically have seen this 1,000 times with a robot, up until a fully automated line with other processes being incorporated in that line with a host control system, automatic tool changing, and I could go on and on forever. So it's up to the customer's needs, and we will basically have all the answers to his questions.
What defines a true turnkey solution? How does it differ from conventional automation approaches?
The conventional automation approach in the past was basically to replace people. Today, it is more to be able to work in night shifts and weekends because they can't find people which are willing to work, during the night shift or weekends. It's the work-life balance issue or challenge. And the other thing is we can also provide hybrid solutions where we are not only changing parts but also tools. So it's a little bit of gray area. So it's not black and white. And again, it's like I mentioned before, it is always customized. So we do not have a solution A, B, and C. It's something,
Customers often know what they want, but not always what they need. How do you approach developing the optimal solution?
This is a process. When we get an RFQ from the customer for a machine, sometimes we proactively say, what about automation? And then you see the reaction. Sometimes we get an RFQ for automation, and then we sit down with the customer and we discuss his other needs, like adding processes, because he probably never thought that an automation could also incorporate washing, deburring, grinding, quality check, whatever. And this is basically a workshop with the customer over several months up until a point where we say, that's a cool solution, let's go.
To what extent are WFL automation solutions standardized, and how much customization is involved?
I always try to say it's like a Lego block system. We have pre-engineered solutions. It's like, if you take Lego blocks and then you can build a space shuttle or you can build a pirate ship. At the end, it's totally different, but each individual Lego block is a standardized, proven technology product. And this is what we try to accomplish, to use from other projects, pre-engineered solution and apply it or modify it slightly to this specific customer project.
What does a typical turnkey project at WFL look like from the initial idea to final commissioning at the customer's site? And how long does it take?
Yeah, there is no standard answer, but you can basically say 6 months is a good lead time from the first contact up until we find a solution, or a not a solution, but a layout which incorporates additional needs, which I just mentioned before. So about 6 months is I think it's a rule of thumb. It's a good number.
Where are the technological limits of automation today, or do they practically no longer exist?
There are some limitations. If it comes to really high speed, very short cycle times, that's a limitation of just part handling, but that's not in our industry with the WFL. The weight could be a limit. So if we have projects where we machine parts which weigh 12,000 kilo, that's hard to automate. So there are some limits, but the core products, they weigh between, let's say, 100 kilo and 2,000 kilo. That's where we can provide automation solutions for.
What role do data, communication, and intelligent systems play in your automation solutions?
It's getting more and more important. I mean, AI is, it's ramping up like this, and customers, they really need some data. Not all the data is relevant, but like the utilization of the machines, for the tools, how long did the tool last? What are the quality results on certain processes? And this is what we can store. We can analyze this data as well and can upload it to the customer's MES system. So there's this other level we can provide. It's not just handling, it's also data.
What are the key benefits of turnkey automation solutions in terms of productivity, cost efficiency, and process reliability?
Yeah, I mean, the reliability, for example, the gantry or the robot is doing every time the same job. So there's no hangover, there is no Monday, where the operator may not be in the perfect shape or in the night shift or whatever. So it's always doing the same job. It's reliable, it's repeatable. That's one of the benefits. And then the lights out mentality. We have, as you can see here on this project, we have a warehouse. So the customer can load parts to the warehouse, shuts off the light at Friday evening, and comes in on Monday, and he has 50 finished parts, lights out, So these are the benefits. Another one is with our host control system, which is like the brain of the system. You can look into the NC program and the tool magazine of each machine, and we would decide that we are only loading parts to the machine if we're able to finish that part. And if we do not have the right tools or the remaining tool life inside the tool magazine, we would load a different part which the machine would be able to finish. So there's a lot of logistics to it. So at the bottom line would be higher spindle time utilization. So the machine should run 24/7. And with this host control system, you're much closer to the 24/7.
What impact does automation have on employees and skilled workers in production?
You still need workers in the production. So this is not that we eliminate human interaction, but it is limited to less interaction. Tool changing in certain, we do tool changing too. But in many cases, the tool changing is still done by the operator. The part loading to a warehouse, for example, so that's like the fork truck driver. But in general, the reduction of manpower is one of the factors. But you need higher skilled people because of the different controls levels we have. So if you interact with the system, you need to have a little bit more skilled personnel.
How do you see the future of automation, and which developments will shape manufacturing in the coming years?
This is a crystal ball, but the way is clear that there will be no way back. So there will be more automation to come because robots and everything it's a mass production. They get cheaper. When I started in automation 35 years ago, it looked different, But automation is the key factor for success.
In your opinion, what is the most important success factor for an economically successful automation solution?
If the customer likes it, that's the biggest step, because you have to convince the customer in certain instances that automation makes sense. And if you work with the customer like in a workshop and he brings his employees on board, then it's their baby. And then they take it as theirs. It should not be forced from above. It's a need. And if this is communicated with the employees, that's basically the key to success.